We have quarter end rebalancing today, so that's going to be going on today a bit. It's kind of started yesterday. Saw a little bit of it yesterday, and then we'll see some more of it this morning. Markets are going to open a little bit weaker this morning. But again, just no big deal here, just quarter end rebalancing. But the bigger news that potentially will move the markets is the government shutdown, which potentially starts in just a few days. October the 1st is the funding deadline, and so the government's quickly working right now to try to get some type of deal done to get a continuing resolution in place. Again, we're not going to get a budget. We haven't had a budget since Obama took office, but we'll get a continuing resolution to help fund the government through next year. But if they don't get that done, potentially we get into a government shutdown. The odds of government shutdown are about 70% right now. Now, again, this will be our 35,275th one, I think. It's been a lot. Actually, over the years, we've had these government shutdowns. Last one we had was in 2018, lasted 35 weeks. The world didn't end. Let's just nip a few of the media-driven buds narratives. First of all, no, the government will not default on its debt if we have a government shutdown. The reason is that interest expense is a mandatory expense. Mandatory means, class, it gets paid. It's mandatory. It must be paid. Social Security benefits. This is one of the media favorites. Oh my gosh, if we shut down the government, seniors won't get their Social Security payments on time. Nope, not true. Mandatory spending, Social Security gets paid, along with welfare benefits, everything else. Military veterans. It's another big media topic. Everybody wants to go after that because, oh, the veterans won't get their checks. Yes, they will. Mandatory spending. If it is on the mandatory side of the ledger, it gets paid regardless of a government shutdown. So when you hear these media headlines about the end of the world over a government shutdown, no, those are mostly untrue. Now, what does get cut during a government shutdown? Anything that's discretionary spending. Discretionary spending makes up 25% of the budget. So yeah, that's why we shut down parks during government shutdowns. And yes, you can't go to a national park during government shutdown because there's no workers there to oversee the park, but it's not an economic disaster to shut down a park. The reason we lay off 900,000 workers, I should say furlough 900,000 workers, because when they're on furlough, a government employee does not get paid during furlough, but as soon as they come back to work, they get paid retroactively. Those 900,000 workers are all tied to where? Discretionary programs. The government employee tied to a mandatory program, they are not furloughed. If they're also involved in anything that involves protection of property or personal safety, they remain employed with the government during the shutdown. By and large, the vast majority of all employees remain employed with the government. But again, there's about 900,000 what they call non-essential workers that get furloughed during that process. That will cause the unemployment rate to go up to about 4.7% during a shutdown, but that'll reverse as soon as they all go back to work. So again, just be aware of what actually happens during a shutdown. But overall, the market survive, we do fine, we move on. Catch me daily on The Real Investment Show. The link is in the description.